Proverbs 31, verse 10 to 31 is a long verse, but I wanted to focus on just a few key points, and they're in yellow. So a Proverbs 31 woman is a wife of noble character. Who can find? She's worth more than rubies. She is all about bringing good and not harm. She stays up all night while others are sleeping. She provides food for her family. She plants a vineyard. She works vigorously. Her arms are strong for her task. Her lamp does not go out at night. Her arms she gives to the poor. She opens to the poor. She extends her hands to the needy. She has no fear. Women, she has no fear. And let me interject right here. The only person that she fears is who? She's clothed in fine linen and purple, clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh. She speaks with wisdom and gives faithful instruction. She watches over the affairs of her household. She watches over the affairs of her household. As soon as I read this, I was reading this again today. And when I read that, we have so many women that are watching over the affairs of other people's homes. They're so nosy, want to know what's going on in this home and that home, and then they wonder why 5 years later their home fall apart. Her children arise and call her blessed. Her husband praises her. She fears the Lord and deserves honor. Her works bring her praise. So all of this is what a Proverbs 31 woman looks like. But like any diamond, every crown has diamonds, has rubies, has precious jewels. But like any diamond, it takes a process, it takes pruning, and it takes persistence. So it's not easy. It's easy to look at that and say, I want to be a Proverbs 31 woman. But how many of us are willing to work? How many of us are willing to go through the fire? How many of us are willing to go through the challenges and stick with it no matter what? So how many of you in here consider yourself beautiful? You're beautiful, but you're dead. You're beautiful, but you're empty. How many of you are beautiful and have no clue? You're even ignorant to your beauty. And I'm not talking about what you see in the mirror. You know, in the Bahamas, in Nassau, they recently built a massive hotel, a conglomerate of hotels. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm talking from one end of the street to the next. They built hotels, water park in this area. It was supposed to open December 2014, never opened. It was supposed to open March 2015, never opened. June 2015, still hasn't opened. The fight between the government and the person that resold it. So now it's not going to open. I mean, if you see the buildings, if you see what was built, it's beautiful, but it is empty. Electricity still runs through it. Water still runs through it, but it's empty. Every time I pass, I say, man, this thing is beautiful and not being put to use. No one can live in it. No amount of money can bring it to life. Mind you, it's beautiful. Beautiful on the outside, but completely dead. And its beauty, because it's just a building, it doesn't even know how beautiful it is. Because it takes the person living in it to tell it you're beautiful, but doesn't even have that. So I want to crush this ignorance right here tonight. Because a lot of you are beautiful. All of you are beautiful. But I want you to be alive with your beauty. Beauty should not be dead. Your inner man should not be empty. And you should just know that you're beautiful. No one should have to tell you that. We were made beautifully and wonderfully. That's what we were told. Just believe it. So before anything, and we talk about queens, but before you are a queen, you are female. That's just God made male and female. That's the basic that we are. Before you are female, you are a man. And not only are you a man, but you are a woman. The only thing that separates me and you from these two men sitting here is the fact that we have a womb, which means that we can bear children. That's the only difference. But when God spoke to them and when God spoke to us, he said the same thing. He wasn't standing in one corner with me as a female telling me this is what you're supposed to do and this is what you're to do. And then in a different corner, he said something to a man. He said the same thing to female that he said to male. He said the same thing to man that he said to women.